can watch you strike on this wonderful condition. And now that your legs are up, you may start your bowling. Good luck and good bowling.
Hello again, everybody. This is Larry Lichstein from Morgantown, West Virginia. Tonight we'd like to welcome you to the live streaming of the Morgantown Scratch Classic. This is a 16-team scratch league with 4 divisions, A, B, C, and D. Your D bowlers are bowling first in the lineup, then C, then B, then A. We have an 845 max. Scratch only. They're bowling for points each game, points for 3-game total, team points each game, and total points for the evening, a total of 64 points, plus pinfall. Everything's carried over. We've got 6 teams we're going to be watching this evening. We're picking up lane 14, 13 and 14, 15, 16, and 17 and 18. On 13 and 14 this evening, we have Motive bowling Hammer. On 15, Ebonite bowling Vice Grip on 16. And on lane 17, 3G Shoes are bowling DV8. This is week 6 in a 9-week segment. We have a winner every 9 weeks that are seeded into our stepladder. We have a 5-team stepladder at the end of the year. We have 4 9-week segments, so it's conceivable we can have 4 winners and a wild card. That's the team with the most points for the year that did not win. A 9-week segment. If a team is fortunate enough to win 2 9-week segments, they're seeded number 1, and we will have 2 wild cards, seeded number 4 and 5, along with the 2 other segment winners, which would be segment 2 and 3, or excuse me, spots 2 and 3. It's the 3rd year of the Scratch Classic here in Morgantown. 16 teams this year with an added prize fund of $17,000. Our total prize fund here in this league is $57,200 for a 36-week season. We're using a 40-foot pattern, fairly flat, a little rise in the middle, but they are very erratic early. They tone down, a lot of transition. There can be high scores bowled. 2 weeks ago, Chris Freeland, our league president, had 801. Right now, that's the high 3 games in the league. It's a corner pin house. You see a lot of weak 10s, a lot of corners, ball breaking late. Flat gutters are a little deeper. Pins do not have a tendency to fly out of the flat gutters, so premium on a pocket hit is very critical on this condition. Chad Gable up on lane 15 from Cumberland. One of the best bowlers in the league. Finished 2nd last year in the Peterson Classic in Chicago. Definitely a quality player. Great bowler. We're honored to have Chad here out of Cumberland, Maryland. We have 3 states bowling in the league. Of course, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia. And we're honored that many of our bowlers take a 60, 70-mile ride to bowl in this scratch league. Going into this evening, the DV8 team on lanes 17 and 18 is leading the league with two lefties, Alan Johnson and Scott McClure. Alan Johnson, the anchor man of the DV8 team, is battling for high average in the league with Chris Freeland. Alan Johnson, very good player, got a great game. He's been carrying the team all year. And again, it's a point league. But you watch the stroke on Alan Johnson on lane 17. He throws it really pure. He's been bowling, let's see. Alan Johnson's been bowling for 33 years. Boy, he doesn't look that old. Really throws the ball. So he's got 34 300 games, 26 800 series. Loves Brunswick equipment. He's up on 17 right now. Really nice stroke. Quality player right there. He's carried the team all year, leading the league in average with 232 right now. Charlie Wolf getting up now on lane 14. The A bowler on the Motive team is quite a player. Really excels very well from outside, very hard and straight, right up and at him. And Charlie's definitely going to be a factor with these sport shots. Doesn't cover a lot of boards, and very strong, very high roll. Wants to bowl the senior tour when he turns 50. He's 44, 20 years in the Navy, and wants to join the PBA senior tour at 50.
Suburban Ice, please hold up for 50-50, strike ball and split ball.
And I've just been joined by my friend Brian Robinson, who's on the 900 Global staff, who his dad is in his third year of sponsoring the Morgantown Scratch Classic, the company of Mountaineer Vision. And Brian, how are you this evening?
I'm doing fine, Larry. How are you?
I'm okay. What do you got out there? You got a sniff for 700 or what?
Well, I went 9. I went 9 miss, 9 spare, and I almost missed the head pin left, and then almost 2-8-10. So I don't think I'm very lined up right now. My ball is hooking a little more than last week, and well, I gotta try to get lined up. I think I'm gonna try to make a move and see what I can do here. Our team all started with open, so it was a good start.
The team started with opens.
All open, so it was a good start. And then we all marked, so I said we're improving.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, they seem
now, are you bowling this weekend? You going to any events?
No, I'm just trying to get ready for the U.S. Open and the World Series. They're coming up very shortly. U.S. Open's, I think, in 2 weeks, and then World Series is right after that. So I'm just trying to get myself ready for that mentally and try to rest up. And
the U.S. Open is in Syracuse?
Liverpool, New York, which I think
Syracuse.
is close. Yeah,
Syracuse, Liverpool. We were there. PBA Tour bowled there in 2001 in that facility.
Okay.
And I love Syracuse. Had a wonderful time there in my life. Used to eat at Grimaldi's on Erie Boulevard, and loved the Cuse. Had been going there literally since the early 70s. And great bowling town. Wonderful people. That region of New York along the I-90.
I've never been to Syracuse, so I'm excited to see what it's like up there. So
I love Syracuse. Great bowling town, great food. You like Italian food? If you can't find the best Italian restaurants in the world in Syracuse, there's something wrong. I don't think Grimaldi's is open anymore, but when we were there in the 70s and 80s, myself and Petraglia and Roth and Harry Golden and Pappas and Semez and Weber, every single night we dined at Grimaldi's. Frank Sinatra had eaten there in his career, and many great entertainers. I don't think it's open. I wish it was. What a wonderful place.
Mark Ross from Syracuse, right?
The great Mark Roth lives in Fultonville, right there, or Fulton, right there in the Syracuse area.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm sure he'll be. I mean, if he's feeling good, I'm sure
I
he'll
hope
be out
so.
to watch.
He just had triple bypass surgery.
Oh, really?
So I'm hoping that. I don't know if he'll be ready to go there in a few weeks, but we're all praying for Mark. His health has really been an issue in recent years, and we're hoping he feels better.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. His health's been. I know hasn't been very good. So hopefully he can get feeling better. So.
Yeah, he won the '84 U.S. Open at Arena Bowl in Oak Lawn, Illinois. I was there for that show. He beat Guppy Troop. And that was an amazing show. Guppy Troop used an AMF 3-dotter in that event. Almost would have been the last bowler to win a U.S. Open with a rubber ball. Of course, urethane had been out at that point only a few years, and Roth won it with a black hammer. And a long time ago, it was wonderful. I wish I could go to the U.S. Open again and watch. Some great memories.
It's a great event. It's very prestigious.
Yes, it is. Well, we wish you the best of luck there, Brian.
Oh, thank you, Larry. I'll be back to visit here. I got a ball here.
All right, all right. Oh, pretty good shot there by Bobby Bayous on lane 15. The A bowler for the Vice Grip team. Was just on the phone today with the great John Jameson. What an entrepreneur. He's done so much for the sport. Was telling me about the schools he runs for drilling, where he has 8 mills set up, different stations, people coming in, being trained on each mill by certified trainers. Boy, if that isn't the cat's meow. And I had no idea that John had been doing that to that level. 8 mills set up, 8 stations, people learning how to drill on their own machines. What a fantastic way to train the public. Thank God for people that are committed like Mr. Jameson. Great man. Charlie Wolf on lane 14. Playing right around 12 to 10, 12 to 9. A lot of speed. Throwing the Motive Octane. Ball just laying right there and really looks good. Not a lot of hooks, straight through the front. Shot there on lane 15 by Gary Eulery, the B bowler on Chad Gable's Ebonite team. Let's see if Gable can get a triple here. Keep his team right in the hunt. Pretty good shot there. Oh my God. Stone 7-9. Dead flush. Lucky to get the 9 out. That was a great shot. Tough carry here at Suburban. That's why the bowlers love it here. Puts a premium on the pocket. You're not going to steal too many strikes here where the pins are bouncing all over the place. It's an older facility. You got to really pure it. Not too many off hits on this condition carry. Very tight fairways. This short oil shot here is, even though it's a modified house, it plays like a Challenge Series shot. There are some pairs that will open up. You'll see some strings start, and then they'll disappear again. There have been some big scores in the league, some 2670s and 2680s, right in that range. For 12 games, I don't believe anybody's broke 2700 yet on this. So it's pretty tough. You really got to get lined up. Make your spares. You start missing spares on this, good luck. Can't strike enough to make up for it. Great shot there. Eulery throws the ball well, very well. Good player. Spare 6 and 1 and 4 bagger. Looks like he's lined up. Gable's definitely lined up. The last shot he threw was a stone 7. He should be on a triple right now. Really threw the ball great. Matt McMillan on lane 14 with the hot cell. Set up right there. See, that ball comes off the spot and sets. That's why I like the hot cell. Really good ball for shots like this. Another 9-pin for Gable. In the zone, though. In the zone. President Doyle. How are you, President Doyle?
Legend Larry. I'm doing great, my brother. How are you?
I'm all right. Talking to our former league president, Dan Doyle. Just had some knee work done. How's the knee?
Knee's feeling better. I came out, tried it out on a one-step delivery over the weekend, and I think in a couple of weeks I'll shake the rust off and be ready to get back in the mix here. Looking forward to it.
Sounds great. Tell me the name of the union you're president of again.
I'm president of the American Federation of Government Employees, which represents the federal employees at a number of installations throughout the country. In this area, the Department of Energy, NIOSH, Bureau of Prisons, Veterans Hospitals, Social Security Administration, Mine Safety Health Inspectors, groups like that.
Wow. How many members?
Nationwide, we have just under 320,000 members in our union.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of work.
And it's really rewarding because you realize that the federal employees are dedicated people and they work very hard at what they do. And so to be a representative of those proud employees is something that I'm very honored to be able to do.
Now let me ask you something. Of everyone in the union, how many people can strike with you? Only the real strikes, bowling, not those strikes.
Oh, in the real strikes bowling?
Yes.
Or in the bowling strikes?
I'm talking about bowling strikes, not union
bowling
strikes.
We got a few strikers. We saw an AFG member down here, Shane Bratowski, threw a 300 last week. So we got some.
So
AFGs.
He's a member of your union.
He's a member of our union.
And he works a federal prison,
he works
right?
at the Hazelden Maximum Security Federal Prison
Whoa.
here in Preston County.
Whoa.
Charlie Wolf is another AFG member, a fine bowler, works at NIOSH up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
So
my teammate David Berry is a union member, works for the Department of Energy where I worked at here in Morgantown, and Gary Malidi works down at the Clarksburg VA.
So we have 5 union members bowling in this league.
5 AFG members. There are a number of other union members from other unions as well.
Yeah.
For instance, our proud state troopers, of which are one of our friends that bowls with us, is a member of the Communication Workers of America.
I got it. Oh, Matt Wilson, is a state trooper,
correct.
right?
That is correct. Yes.
Right. Got a lot of diversified careers in this league here.
Our good friend Justin Malik's a member of the American Federation of Teachers up in Pennsylvania, so he also is a union member.
I got it. I'm also a union member. I'm in the American Federation of Losers. And I've been losing in every city I've went to in my life, you see. Just for the record, I had to do that.
We call that the School of Hard Luck, Larry.
The School of Hard Luck.
School of Hard Luck,
yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Right next door to the School of Hard Knocks.
Yes.
All right, my friend. Well, it's great to see you, my buddy. I've missed you the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to go in here to Kegler's and get a fine bite to eat in this wonderful restaurant, and I'll be back out and talk to you again shortly.
Sounds good there, President Doyle. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Okay. He'd make a good president. I'd like to send him to Washington, but I don't want to get into that. Very interesting match on 19 and 20, with scores being real tough as they are tonight. The Storm team bowling the Brunswick team are all going to shoot well over 800 this game for 4, could be closer to 9, and yeah, it could be 900 on that pair, which is real interesting because you go to the next pair over, it's going to be 780 to 750. So as you can see, you catch the right pair, and you can get lined up on this. Oh, yeah. Nice shot there by Travis Barnhart. Tough shot. Middles are hooking. That keeps him in his match. Remember, this is points. So even if you're bowling a bad game, you've got to keep trying. I've seen a lot of 170s win for D and C bowlers this year on this pattern. So you never know. You can't give up. You can't throw anything away. You got to fight for every pin. Charlie Wolf really looking good tonight on 13 and 14. Got the best shot of anybody right now. Just 12 to 10. Not a lot of tilt, a lot of speed. Pretty much up and at him. Not covering a lot of boards. I don't know if we can see lane 19 up here, but my good friend Chris Alessandro has been on a roll in here. The last month he's had 2 800s. The other night he got out of the box with the first 22. And was a 588 out of the chute, ended up with 814. Tonight he's spare 5-bagger. And Chris has really gotten sharp in the last month. And he's bowling for the Storm team. And this could be spare and 6 to keep the team definitely in the lead. And there it is, really throwing the ball good, pure. It's a big man right there, about 260 pounds. Beautiful stroke. Excellent footwork. And last week he brought me to the airport in Pittsburgh and I gave him my life story. He had an hour of Larry in the car. I drove him nuts and he will never drive me anywhere again, I can assure you. He had Larry from 7 to 8:30 in the morning after 2 cups of coffee. That poor devil. I'll tell you, tough scores, Michael.
Oh, you catch more of 13.
Yeah. I'm sitting here with my compadre, Mike Jarko. How many years you worked here, Mike? 15 years?
No, it's been... I started in the summer of 2000 here, so 17 years. 17
years. Ran our service counter here 5-6 nights a week. And is the first cousin of the second baseman of the St. Louis Cardinals, Jed Jarko, who's a lifelong resident of Morgantown, is he?
Yep.
Still lives here, right?
Yep.
Still lives here in Morgantown, plays for the Cardinals.
Got back in town last week.
Played for the San Diego Padres, and 2 years ago was traded to the Cardinals. And earlier this year, the Cardinals were playing the Yankees. So Mike took a ride to New York City to watch Jed play. Had tickets waiting for him at Will Call. And that day, he watched his cousin hit a home run at Yankee Stadium. And I'm sure that had to be a great thrill. There aren't too many people I know that can go to New York and watch their cousin hit a home run in the big ballpark in the Bronx. And by the way, I'm going to gloat a little bit. On my birth certificate, it says born in the Bronx. So as you can imagine, I'm a Yankee fan. I am in shock. I cannot believe we are playing for the American League pennant against a great team out of Houston. And I just cannot believe we beat the Tribe. I could not believe after going down 0-2 that we could come back, especially after the way we lost the second game, having an 8-3 lead and then losing the game. And lo and behold, we got a chance. So it's going to be exciting tomorrow night for us Yankee fans. Chris Alessandro and the Storm team are going to put up quite a number for the first game on 19 and 20. Right now they're shooting at about an 890 pace, which on this pattern is a monster out of the chute. And with total pins at stake for 3 games, that's where you want to be. Johnson, unbelievable. Starts off lost and puts together a 6-bagger for the DV8 team, which Might have got them right back in the hunt here. Let me see. No, not with Milady striking there. Milady definitely got the first game won for 3G. What a touch. Whack. Boy, I'll tell you what. That boy's got it. What a beautiful stroke. Absolutely fantastic. Key strike for Gable there, keeps him in the match. Bayous on 15 has to strike to shut him out. Really threw that good. Oh, and the hammer gauntlet. Great ball. Great ball, the gauntlet. Sold a lot of those. Gable's tough. Bowled a hell of a game there. Missed the pocket once for 228. Could have been 260. Heck of a game. Oh my God. Charlie Wolf just walled a 7-10. And let's see. He needs one pin where he'll win by a stick. That was really good shot. Rattled the 7-10. Tough carry on this pattern. Entry angle is not there. It changes every frame. And the ball makes a move and stops. Some pairs the ball makes a move and just it goes high. There's really no read. You're real lucky to get a pair that doesn't transcend on this short oil. Whoa! Almost got it out of the pit. That open cost him a win. Cost him a team win. The Rip 710. Now, the only way they could lose was Gene Gribble doubling and him missing on 13 and 14, and that's exactly what happened. 776 to 765. The Hammer team wins and beats Motive. 10th frame loss there. It's gotta hurt. Gotta hurt. 6 points for winning the game. And Chris Alessandro there on lane 19, spare 9, got a chance to punch for 290.
Lichstein.
Brian Robinson. Chris Alessandro is on a mission from another world. Now, you're watching this, don't you?
I have not been watching.
Well, he's got spare 10. And he had 814 on Tuesday night, right?
Yeah, he had 804, and he had he had 814, and he threw a lot. He threw the first 22. Now, how about this, Larry? You ready for this one? You won't believe it. So he had the front 22, basically.
Yeah.
Then he went 8 spare, so he's at 588.
Yeah.
He goes 6-3 the next frame, and he can't get the house record. How'd you like to go 8 spare, 6-3, and you can't get the house record?
Well, in today's day and age, house records, you got to shoot 870 everywhere you go, bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know.
You only have about 1 miss. That's about it. Maybe 2 if you get him in the right spot. But yeah, he would have missed it by 1 pin if he'd have struck out for 279 that day.
I told you the story, didn't I, about my boy Mike's 868 about 15 years ago?
Yeah, I remember you telling me something about that, yeah.
He bowled in a house in Long Meadow, Massachusetts. And he got out of the box with the first 30 and went 7-pin, 7-pin and struck out for 868. Yeah. So I'm living in Florida at the time, and he calls me up and he says, Dad, I was 6 frames away from history. I says, what'd you do? He said, I got out of the box with the first 30. I says, no way. He says, and I shot 868. And I said, that's got to be the high 3 games in the association. And right out of his mouth, he starts laughing. He says, not really, Dad. It wasn't the high in league that night. Some kid had 877. But he drew me the first 2 and didn't win any brackets. He had 299, 299, 279. He shot 877 and didn't win a bracket.
I remember you telling me that.
Well, the only way that can happen is if you go up against 300s twice. and he did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Talk about
877 for no brackets. Well, sign me up.
Yeah, shake it off.
In my day and age, 877 for 4 would have cleaned the house for brackets. Now 3 doesn't get you any.
Yeah, right. Right.
It's crazy.
It's an interesting game.
Yes, it is. Alan Johnson's really on a roll. He was a 67 in the 4th and struck out for 247. They started with a double, so he's got the last 10. Alessandro won spare 11, so there is something out there. You get on the right pair. Of course, Johnson's left-handed, so that doesn't count. But,
yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Larry, you're not supposed to say that even though you're left-handed.
No, I'm a right-hander. As long as I don't bowl, I'm right-handed. I do everything right-handed but bowl. So I decided if I quit bowling, no one could call me a lefty.
I got you.
Thank you.
They might have said some other profanities. We won't say it on the air,
did.
But they might have said some other things in the past.
It starts with F and then lefty.
Yes.
But we don't want to say that because we're live and in color.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's wonderful to be left-handed in bowling.
It's well, yeah. Well, here's the thing about the left side. A lot of people, they want to try to, and you would love to make it fair on both sides. But it's very hard because the left side is a very sensitive. It's a very all or nothing. You can easily tweak the left side to make it to where they have the world or they have nothing. It's so easy to.
That's correct.
You could shut them out, and then or they could be world beaters, and they could. That's just the way it is. I tell you what. I don't envy being left-handed on tour. Could you imagine going a couple months without having any kind of look or anything, and the right-handers are just running you over?
Well, there's so many great righties. If you ain't got a look, you ain't got a chance.
Yeah.
It's as far as I'm concerned, everybody's trying to make it fair. I really believe that, but it's virtually impossible.
Oh yeah.
And it's sad that our game doesn't have a chance. At least it hasn't for the last 50 years, and I wish it did.
I wish there was a way to make it fair.
I do too. I wish there was. I'll tell you one thing, it's fair on the right here. There's a lot of different shots on the right side in this house that are working right now, and Keith Fuller's throwing urethane up 7 or 8. Charlie moves a couple of boards to the left of him. Alessandro's swinging about 17, 18. Chad Gable's throwing it real good. There's a good shot here on the right side if you get lined up. Get the right ball in your hand.
Yeah, so it's again, I'd say it kind of feels like it's a little feast or famine. You're either striking or you're not really.
Yeah.
There's not like, you can kind of bail out 2-0. It's like, it's really hard to do that. You're either lined up or you're not close. But it's a tricky little condition. I mean, it's not obviously the hardest thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely not just, I can just throw it. You gotta think a little bit. You gotta get yourself lined up.
That's what we didn't want. We want people to have a chance. This is we're not looking to go to the Pro Tour from here. It's a league.
Right, of course, right.
You bowl good, you'll strike. You don't bowl good, you'll be like me. You'll be an announcer. Terrible at that, I might add. Again, we're streaming from Suburban Lanes in Morgantown, West Virginia. What a great, great facility with our Kegler's Clubhouse, K2, 3 restaurants, voted best sports bar in West Virginia, Kegler's. And then if you like 5-star dining and you want to go to the classiest place in town, you go downstairs to Stefano's, which is absolutely wonderful to go in there and have fine gourmet dining. Also airing from this facility is the Bob Huggins radio show and the Dana Helgerson radio show. Our football and basketball coaches air their live shows downstairs from K2, and we love when they're here. The place is full with alumni, and Just a wonderful place to be. About a mile from the football stadium, a mile from the basketball coliseum, right across the street from the West Virginia Health Center. Just a wonderful small town here, about 60 miles south of Pittsburgh. 29,000 college students going to West Virginia U, and for me it's been an honor. It truly has. Nicest people I've ever been around in my life. Wonderful people. West Virginians. Also bowling in our league, although we can't see her from this angle, on 21 and 22 is just this wonderful, wonderful young lady named Amanda Green, who won on the Women's Professional Tour a few years back. She's going to law school here at West Virginia U, and we are honored to have Amanda in our league. Last week she popped for about a little 730. Their team is leading the league as we speak. The Logo Infusion team with Amanda, Brandon Williams, Dave Varner, and they're the team to beat right now. We've got 3 weeks to go. We'll be crowning our first champion the end of week 9. This is week 6. So we got week 7, 8, 9, and we'll have a winner. And Chris Alessandro's on a mission tonight. Just struck again. That's spare and 13. And the other night, he went the first 22. So he's in a zone by himself that no one in the house can even come near right now. An absolute zone by himself.
Where's this on YouTube at? Where's this on YouTube at?
Morgantown Scratch Classic. Pull it up. You'll see it there. Alessandro has got spare 13 tonight. The other night, 22 out of the chute. What's the deal? Is he in the world by himself? How do you do that here? It's not that easy.
Well, apparently he's paying Tink in the back to knock all the pins down. That's the only explanation I got, because
they're not easy for him to be doing that right now. He's in a zone by himself.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of him.
No, he's been trying. He's been bowling good. He's worked hard and everything. And
what school did he go to?
Notre Dame College up in Cleveland.
Notre Dame College in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's up in Cleveland area.
Cleveland. Isn't that the team the Yankees just beat last night, Cleveland?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm still in shock. I woke up today saying, I can't believe I just saw this. I never thought in a million years, a month ago. First, a month ago, I never thought we'd be in the playoffs.
Hey, let's talk about another team of yours. How about those Giants?
I love the Giants. I mean this very sincerely. I have been a football fan for 60 years. And because of the shenanigans being played on Sundays, I hope the Giants go 0-16, and Odell Beckham can never play another game as far as I'm concerned.
Why?
Because he's not the image that most Giant fans really want right now. You know, if he wants to act the way he does, they're losing a lot of fans.
So I got a quote for you, Larry. So right now they're saying the Giants are like a possum. They play dead at home, or they dead at home,
Yeah.
and they get killed on the road.
Well,
Is that true? Is that true, Larry?
they're worse than a possum. This could be, and I'm not going to say this for sure, but they are on track to be the worst Giant team in history.
Oh yeah.
And quite frankly, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I just lost all faith when I started watching the shenanigans. I don't like shenanigans.
Hey, Larry.
What?
Do you think the Browns will beat the Giants?
Do I think the Browns will beat the Giants? Quite frankly, if the Giants have to play the Browns in Week 16 and the Giants haven't won a game, I'm rooting for the Browns. Just for the record.
Going for that #1 pick. Yeah.
I want to see them go 0-16.
What are they right now?
0-5.
They got a long ways to go. You never know.
You know what the odds in Las Vegas would have been on an 0-16 bet? If you put $100 down on an 0-16 for the Giants in Las Vegas, that ought to be a 2,500 to 1 shot.
Something stupid.
You can make
yeah.
a lot of money on a $100 bet there, you know, on them.
Oh, absolutely. Even just putting $1 down, you get 2,500.
Yeah. Wow. Alan Johnson, what a touch. Got a little room, too.
Hey, Larry. How do you feel about the Giants scoring 6.5 points a game?
6.5 points a game?
Yeah.
I think that it could be less. I think that they got a bigger problem now. They might not score any touchdowns for months. They got a big problem, my boy.
Do you know who Josh Norman is?
Your dad got robbed last game. You see that?
Yeah.
Left that 7-10.
Yeah.
That was really a good shot. So's that one there. See, that ball's hanging a little now. Got a little hang spot there.
Mark's doing pretty good. for this split.
Wow.
Ooh, good hit. Good job, Zach.
Out of hand on the Zach attack. Chris Alessandro.
Good hit, Bobby.
He goes spare 11. This game he's got 4. He got 15 in a row tonight. 22 in a row the other night. Oh boy, somebody's in stroke.
Did you hear my dad got his 15 300?
I heard your dad had his 15 300.
Yeah.
How you doing?
So Larry, do you know who the top 3 teams are for this league?
Do I know? If I get a score sheet, I know. I don't know.
Like off your head?
As we speak, no. We have to get a league score sheet. Go down there and get me one, and I'll read them off. Go down and get me a league sheet. So going into this evening's play, Logo Infusion is leading the league with exactly 502 points, with Kegel in second at 451.06. Mountaineer Vision at 440.26. Storm at 429. Ebonite at 428. DV8 427. So, and with Hammer at 418 and Columbia 402, we've got 8 teams within 100 points, which in 4 weeks can change tremendously at 64 points a night plus pinfall. Right now, Logo Infusion has got a very comfortable lead. And tonight, I think they won their first game, but it also looks like that Storm at 4:30 with Chris Alessandro, that team's going to make a big move tonight, probably go to second.
So Larry, off the top of your head, what do you think the top 3 teams are going to be after this round of bowling tonight?
Top 3 teams after the round of bowling tonight will be Logo Infusion in first, Storm probably in second, and after that there's another 7 teams or so that could be in third.
So pretty tough 9 weeks coming up here in about 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, it's definitely not over. Although right now the Logo Infusion team is obviously
racking up some points.
Very comfortable position. You know, I'd rather be on top than anywhere else, but
you know, anything could happen.
And, you know, they have a bad night and shoot 22.50, and they bowl a team that shoots 26.50 and smokes them. And Chris Alessandro with the first 5. Got 590 in the wood after 2, although I highly doubt it. But the way he's been striking, anything can happen.
Tonight the teams are looking pretty sharp.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Is this live still? Mark's racking up a 6 straight game right now. It could be looking up to a 300, Larry. Good ball.
Yeah. Chad Gable can play. He can ball.
Yeah.
He's real good. Real good. I could see him winning something like the Peterson in a heartbeat.
Yeah. pretty good bowling so far tonight, Larry.
Yeah, things are looking good, bro.
Yeah. Okay, Larry, I have a question for you.
What's that?
So, if any team could make a big difference tonight, what team do you think would be tonight? What team do you think it would be?
Any team that could make a big difference.
Like in ranking.
In ranking. Well, I gotta think that
Storm's been looking pretty good
Storm
lately.
deviates in 6th. They could go to 2nd. Storm could go to 2nd. The key is to get 2nd and get the leading team in the position round and be within 30, because if you beat them 60 points. You got to get within 30 to beat them 60 points to get them.
Pretty tough, but I think they can do it.
Yeah.
Logo Infusion's probably going to keep first tonight. And let's see.
I think so. Right now, Amanda Green's carrying the team.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to win.
Game 2.
Yeah, they're looking to win Game 2 right now.
Ebonite's looking for a Game 2 victory.
Yeah. Ebonite looks good. Storm looks good, real good right now with Chris Alessandro.
Yeah.
Can't miss.
So did Chris Alejandro start this week? Or start this 9 weeks?
He went 300, 288, 226, and tonight he's got 290 in the first 5.
Jeez.
Yeah, so he's shot 1,100 his first 4 games this week. 1,100 his first 4, and he tripped a 4-pin. And when things are going good, and you have 1,100 the first 4, and a possibility of 300, you're talking 1,400
pins in 5 games
for your first 5 games.
That's amazing.
Which is only a 280 average.
That's amazing.
With a 226 game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he throws 5 more strikes. He's averaging 280.
So Larry, do you think the bowling ball weight could make a big difference on the way people are throwing tonight, or the oils on the lanes?
No, I think that other than the lightest ball in the league is 14 pounds, and they have very strong cores, and they're going to hit exceptionally hard. And right now in this particular league, the majority of bowlers are throwing 15 pounds. And the ones that are lined up, there's some room. Larry Bissett's got the first 6 over there. And Chris Alessandro's got the first 6.
Chris Fiblin's having a good game too.
And there's some people that can strike on this shot. I mean, they're not dead easy, but you get lined up, you can strike.
Mark Bliss is looking maybe to have a 300 game tonight.
Yeah, Mark Bliss has got 7 in a row too. Yeah, we've got some strikes. What are you doing there, Big Mike? How you bowling?
Not very good.
Not good. I'm watching Larry Bissett. Had a string going, just left a week 10. Alessandro has got 17 in a row as we speak. Had 22 in a row the other night. Chris. He went spare 11, started with 6. Mark Bliss has got 7 in a row.
Which one's Alejandro? The one that says C. Which one? The AJJ one?
No.
You on live? Are you mic on?
Huh?
Is the mic on?
Yes.
Oh.
We're live streaming. I need an announcer with me. You know,
you need an analyst.
I need an analyst and an announcer. I'm sort of stuck
Maybe
here.
you can get Randy Peters.
Yeah. Need more than that. Let's watch Alessandro for the first 7. On lane 20. Looks pretty good. Dead flush. He's got 18 in a row. And he's bowling Justin Malik, our manager.
Mark Bliss is 8.
And Mark Bliss has got, he's bowling Justin Malik, our manager. Now that's a precarious position to be in. You're here as a young person. They let you bowl for free. And then you shoot 590 at the manager the first 2. And tomorrow you come in and it's 475 a game. That's what'll happen. I can see it now.
Which one's better? And which one? Amanda Green's looking fantastic tonight.
Yeah, she's great. She just opened though.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, but she's still winning the game. Boards. Oops. Okay, we got 2 bowlers. Got Chris Alessandro going for the first 8 on 19 and 20. We'd love a 300 tonight.
Maybe 2.
On live stream. And Mark Bliss now going up for his 9th in a row on 13 and 14. So here we go. Alessandro up on 19. Just been on a roll all week. Let's see what he does here. Come on, Chris, make a good shot. Hold it. Yeah, went high, off his hand. Off his hand. Just cut it a little short, didn't get through it. Still a great run. Had 18 in a row until that shot. Looks pretty good for Mark Bliss.
He's 9.
Yeah, the first 9. Throwing the black hammer urethane right up 10. That's what I like. Right up to 10 board, right up and at him. Nice touch. Little soft spin.
That would be pretty good for Mark to throw his first 300 tonight on the live stream. Wouldn't it, Larry?
What's that?
So it'd be pretty nice to have Mark throw his first 300.
Oh, it would be. That'd be great if he did it.
So Chris already has a 300?
Oh, Chris Alessandro?
Uh-huh. Like tonight?
No, he had 290.
Oh my gosh. A 9 or 10 pin get him?
Oh, I didn't see his first frame. I don't remember. Was that on camera on lane 17? Yes, it was. That was the greatest dance I've ever seen in my life. Zach Ganser almost fouled. Somehow he didn't. Slipped, almost broke his neck and struck. One of the greatest follow-throughs in bowling history.
And what an amazing dance we about to say, Larry.
I wish I could put that on again.
Well, we can. The live stream. People can watch it all over and over again.
I want him to watch that. Something got wet out there.
Mark Bliss looking for his 10th.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, Zach. Threw that a lot better. Yeah, that was a lot better.
Dave Rossi could bowl a 2 or 4.
Yep.
Larry, but could we see an 800 from Alejandro tonight?
What's that?
I said, could we see an 800 tonight from Chris Alejandro?
Oh, he's got a great shot at 800 tonight. And that 558. Right now he's at a 558 pace, and or a 548 pace. And if he can strike out,
I mean 848.
If he can strike out, And have 290, 278 with 568 going in. He's got a great shot at it. Great shot at it.
Here we go. We have Mark maybe for 10.
Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, great shot. Wow. Great shot from Mark Bliss on lane 14. Couldn't throw any better than that. That'll take a 79. Ooh, yeah. It is neat. Live streaming, bro.
Are you on like the webcam?
These are there.
Oh, so you're like the news.
Yeah, like the news. I'm the news. A nice approach there, Huss. Looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Did a little ballet out there. Somehow you struck. That's the best part of all.
I don't know how I struck.
I have to see a replay of that shot again.
You filmed it.
I want to be able to coach that. That when you almost fall and break your neck, you can still strike. You see, that's the key.
Look, I just kept.
Aren't you the worker?
I do worker, yeah.
So is he just recording the workers?
But tonight he's the bowler.
Yeah. Now he's live streaming it, so the companies that do are that do stuff with their shirts wearing can watch if they want to, or they friends or his family.
That's pretty neat. So like, what do you? Is it film audio?
I'm watching strictly the bowling. Just watching the bowling.
So you're live.
Yes, we're on YouTube. Yes, we are on YouTube. Wow, I was just reading Adam Barta shot his 200th 300 game this evening, which is just absolutely remarkable. What a credit to the sport. Great showman, great bowler, great bowling town, not too far from here over there in Youngstown. Adam Barta, 200 300 games. Don't know.
Mark had an amazing game.
Mark bowled a very good game.
Chris could bowl with 258 after this.
Who?
Chris.
Strike out, he can bowl 278.
Oh yeah, my bad.
What's that?
Are you competing against other people so you can get like the best bowlers?
No. I wish we were, but we're not.
You're doing this for your workers?
Just doing this because no one else is.
So you have to do it?
Well, usually I want to. I don't mind doing it. You know, it's just small time chat, some cameras. And if I was going to do this, I'd like to get somebody else up here with me to communicate with about the sport. It's very tough to do it alone. But all the good bowlers are out there bowling tonight, so I don't have the luxury of someone else to talk to about equipment, etc. So we sort of let it just flow a little. Chris Alessandro throws us next strike here. He's 290, 278. This gives him a shot at 278 if he strikes here. He's at a 268 pace now. So it's kind of interesting because as good as he's been bowling, that's 10 in the pit. Oh, weak 10. Okay, so he's going to go 67. So he's going to be 90, 67, 557 out of the chute, which is definitely got a shot at 800 the way he's bowling on that pair. Plus that pair looks pretty playable. There was a 267 on it by Neil Schultz, 267 for Chris. So they're striking on 19 and 20. That pair seems to be holding up pretty good. Whoa, Chris Freeland with a gutter. Something happened over there on lane 12 that doesn't look too good. And that is a close match too. And he just guttered on a triple. I gotta go take a walk over and take a look for a minute.
And that is a spare for ZG. Zach Grumman. Please hang tight while we show this quick ad.
I'm going to take a little break for a couple minutes. Be back shortly.
And that is a strike for BS. And that's a strike for GU. Ow. Please wait a second while we take this quick ad. Thank you. And now that short break turned into a long break, sorry.
Okay, we're back here for the wind-up. It's like Vice Grips and Ebonite right in front of us are definitely in a dogfight for team total pins, and that'll probably go down to 10th frame. And looks like the Hammer team's got a good chance to win their match on lanes 13 and 14. And the key right now, though, is the Storm team making a big move this evening, and it looks like they've got a lock on total pins. So that's 15 points right there. But if they can win this game and take 50, 55 points for tonight, and it looks like they're on track, they're going to put a big dent into the Logo Infusion total point league after 6 weeks. Logo Infusion might be in jeopardy of losing total. I'm going to take a look. Be right back. Ebonite Logo Infusion definitely is going to win their team totals, but they're probably going to lose this last game. But definitely Storm's coming up the mountain right now with the will be in second at the end of tonight's competition. DB8 has made a big run. They should be coming back. Paul Gasek right in front of us with a nice 247, works for the local bowling association. And he's my next door neighbor, that lucky man. We both live out in the farm country, about 15 miles from here, out in the woods. And Paul's lived in that house all his life with his family. It's the family castle.
Bar, afraid to make an appearance.
Chris Alessandro, let's see, 557, And 16 is 73.83. He needs a double for 800. Right now he's shooting a 783 pace, which great score on this shot. Oh, DBA team has a chance to lose total now. They missed 2 spares in the 10th. But their second and third bowlers went open in first bowler went open in the 10th. Second bowler opened 9th and 10th. Third bowler opened 9th and 10th. So 5 of the last 6 frames they opened. Now they're in jeopardy to lose team game and team series. This is a 21-point 10th frame coming up, with Alan Johnson needing a strike here to keep it close. 21-point 10th frame. So he's got a strike here or they lose total and game. Great stroke there to keep them close. Looks like they're down 11 pins, but he can strike. This is a big strike right here. Yeah, he's got a strike here. It's double to a miss. If he strikes and Meliti opens, they win the game and they win team points. This is a 21 point 10th frame. Dead flush. Okay. Struck.
How you doing, brother?
That's enough for the win for team points and game. They were down the whole match. They were down the whole match to the 10th frame. And Meliti's bowlers marked or doubled. Johnson's bowlers all opened. It was about an 80-pin swing in the 10th. Very, very costly. Unbelievable. Yep, they won total, and they won the last game. 21-point game. Chris Alessandro up now on lane 19. Needs this strike for a possible 800 this evening. He's throwing the ball great all evening. I think he's missed the pocket twice. So let's see what happens. 3 times, I think. That's a good shot there. Oh, yeah. That's 793 in the wood. Vice Grips went around Ebonite. Big last game for Vice Grips with a 247, a 214, and a 239 to shoot 869. They won the first game, lost the second, won the third. They've taken a lot of points away from Ebonite this evening. It's definitely a dogfight now. Definitely going to be a dogfight with 3 weeks to go with 7-8 teams. We'll have our scores posted tomorrow for the Morgantown Scratch Classic. So if any of you look on Facebook, the Morgantown Scratch Classic League, you'll see the team standings tomorrow. We will live stream again the next 3 weeks. Okay, we're going to watch the 10th frame here and see if Alessandro can get his second 800 of the week. And we're going to call it a night. Chris Alessandro with his second 800 of the week. Fantastic. Has a chance to put this game out for 256. So tonight's score could be 290, 267. He needs a good count for 800. 41. He needs 8 and 1. 8 and 1 for 800. 9's automatic. 6 count, he wouldn't do it. Let's see, 6 spared. He's 8 and 1. Eight and 1. Let's see if he gets it. There's 9. That's good enough. Got 45. 802. Fantastic. Happy for Chris. Working hard on his game. Tonight he threw a sanded black quantum. He's also had 814 with the same ball about a month ago. The sanded black quantum. Boy, you bowled real good for a lot of ring and tens. How about the solid 7-9 in the first game?
I about got angry on that one.
Whoa! You were pure in it. Once you got lined up, my God, every shot was the same. It was crazy.
Probably should have changed the ball. Get through the pins a little bit better.
This is a tough house. This house here, you could hit the pocket 28 times for 620 and wonder, like, what happened? Wait a minute. You know,
Catch you next week.
Good to see you. Okay, Chris Alessandro, the highlight of the evening with 802. Definitely putting a hurt on the Brunswick team. And 26-28. So you figure if they took 50 points and 2,600 is 52 points, you get a 100-point night in this league, that's a monster. So they went from, let's see, they picked up 100 points. They went from 430 to 530. Definitely closed the gap with Logo and Fusion. Now we got a dogfight. Definitely closed the gap with Logo.
20, Chris Elizondo on an 802 series.
Great ball, Paco.
All right, we want to thank all of you for watching our league this evening, and we'll be on again next week. And especially 3 weeks from now, our first position round and the end of our first 9-week segment will be very exciting, and a lot of money at stake that last night. We pay off week 10, so at the end of every 9-week segment, the bowlers get some money back, and they'll all be fighting for every pin here in Morgantown. Again, we want to thank you. Hope all of you have a very nice weekend. And let's go Yankees.